well, defended really well, attacked when they had to in transition. But this is absolutely fantastic.
What are they doing here? What is this?
They don't play. They pray. Because that's the moment they play. Like you have everyone together, all staff there, all the people involved on the club. That's the perfect moment.
It's fantastic.
Look at that.
Now, seeing that, if I had to spare a couple of quid, I know where it's going. It's going on Fluminense.
As a footballer, this is what you want to be involved. You want to be part of this. You win a big game, you celebrate like this. This is just, it's like a World Cup game. This is where you see celebrations like this with the fans and everything. But it's nice to see that this Club World Cup, that fans from all different parts of the world can come and celebrate like this, enjoy football and enjoy the win as well.
And there's the man that orchestrated it as well, Renato. Should I call him the King of Rio? Who no doubt is now certainly the King of Rio. and look, I mean, he's put together a master plan there where they've defended deep, but they've also attacked as well.
Yeah, the good thing for Renato, he studied a lot Inter, and then he's decided to put a 3 defender. He's decided like to have more players inside the box, and then get on a corner attack. And they have such a luck of the score early in the game, and then the game changed for Fluminense.
He doesn't only have 1 key now, he has 2 keys in
Yeah,
Rio.
2 keys to the keys. Yeah. Some will say, there'll be some negative voices, Obi, that are saying, are they celebrating too soon? They haven't won the tournament, they've got into the last 8. I mean, anything there?
You've just taken out one of the biggest giant in world football in Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to celebrate that way. They deserve the win, they played well. Like you said, they defended well. They should enjoy this, celebrate it with their fans, and I'm sure in Brazil now everybody will be celebrating. It's also nice to see one of the Brazilian team make it to the next round as well.
That's fantastic there. Those are live scenes, by the way. So they're there still on the pitch celebrating. And we can look at how they got there as well. Again, 2-0. It's funny to think that first goal felt like a year ago.
Yeah.
It was in the 3rd minute of the game. And I guess they got a bit fortunate,
yes,
Mikel, with this.
Did got a bit fortunate in the first one, and here with the cross as well, got a bit fortunate. Here we keep debating, could Jan Sommer come out and claim this? But I was just thinking, he thought between Damian and Dumfries, one of them could deal with it, but none of them did. And of course, the main man, Cano, was there just to slot in there, just there, the header, in between Jan Sommer's legs. He just couldn't do anything about it. Very close range as well. So
yeah, he's a goal scorer. That's what he does. He gambles. That's what the best goal scorers do, don't they? They gamble for those opportunities. Yeah,
Cano is a type of player. They're always inside the box. He's always looking for it, or deflections coming, bouncing for goalkeeper. And that header is really difficult to header because the ball bounces and then it has to be heading between the legs of the goalkeeper.
That's what top goal scorers do. They always put themselves in the right position to score goals. If they're not scoring, they're in the right position to score. And if you put yourself in the right position, the goals will come.
Look at his movement as well, Cano. He's having a look. Yeah. And again, it's that gamble. There's a massive gap between the defenders. He's like, you know, I'm going to go in the middle of that gap.
Yeah, you see, Damian and Dumfries, one of them should have dealt with it. That's what Jan Sommer thought. One of them could have at least headed the ball away, but none of them did anything. Of course, Cano was there just to score the goal. Brilliant goal in the first 3rd minute of the game.
3rd minute, and we had to wait 90 more minutes for the second goal. But when it came, it was a Herculean effort by Hercules. Fantastic goal here on his left foot, bottom left, and I mean, this sealed the deal, didn't it? Fantastic goal, Kleberson.
It's a great goal. He's taking 2 touches on the ball, and then look at the finish he has. It's a classic. The ball, he's kicking for left, the balls go away for the goalkeeper on the ground. It's really difficult for keeper to save that ball.
Yeah, it's a really good finish.
Brilliant strike with the left foot, yeah.
And it's the one that won the game in the end. And again, what we don't see is Renato nearly run on the pitch, the manager, which I saw. But again, that's what won the game. Inter did have their chances, though. I mean, they're going to have to blame themselves. I mean,
they didn't start the game well. Obviously, they have to blame themselves. I thought until from minute 1 to minute 70, 80, I thought Thiago Silva was playing like he was lying down in Cabana Beach with a glass of red wine with a fat cigar. There was no threat. Nothing happened to him. But then when Inter made those changes, they started threatening, and that's when they got those chances in the later stages of the game.
Let's hear it from the captain, Thiago Silva, speaking after the game.
Thiago, how proud of you are you from your team's performance tonight?
I'm very proud of it with my team, with my teammates. You know, this game is like this. Too hard to play against the Inter team. You know, they played the Champions League final months ago, you know. It's not easy to play like this. It's too hot today to play football. The time is not good, but it's like this. This is Fluminense, a big team, you know.
You guys put up such a good fight. But how proud are you of the fans that came and showed out today? They were extremely loud. They celebrated with you when you won. How proud are you that they traveled with you?
Yeah, this game is too hard for us because they play very well, you know. But I think we're very happy today with the win like this. 2-0 against the Inter team is not easy. So yeah, I'm very happy for the team, for myself as well, because 10 days ago I have an injury in hamstring. You know, it's not easy to play today, but I'm very proud of with a medical team. You know, it's very, very, very important for me to play today.
Well, we're glad we got to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Congrats.
Our reporter there, Darian Jenkins, doing a fantastic job with that interview. And there he is, Thiago Silva with his wife, which is lovely to see as well. You know what's interesting about that as well, by the way, is that Wilfried Zaha, before the game, didn't he, said how tough these conditions are. Thiago Silva's 40
years old.
Playing 96 minutes in those conditions.
40 years old. And towards the end of the game, we saw him sprinting to challenge, what was it, Esposito? Yeah. You know, 40 years old, playing in this weather. Absolutely fantastic. He marshaled this defense today. You can tell he was the man commanding everything. Like I said, there was no threat until about 80 something minutes, when then Inter started with those threats, obviously with the changes they made.
Yeah, he looked really good. As we did say before that interview, Inter Milan did have some fantastic chances and opportunity as well. Let's have a quick look at Thiago Silva, actually, and what he did in that game. Again, we were speaking about him doing this for 96 minutes. We did have a camera follow Thiago Silva throughout the pitch. And Kleber, he just controls, doesn't he? He just controls the whole game.
Yeah, I think the Renato make it the perfect with Thiago Silva, because he hold Thiago Silva the last game, so can Thiago recover well, be fresh for this battle.
I also said he was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then now he has a perfect game. He tried to stop like an old corner attack, old transition, old balls crossing the box. He's there. He make a passing. It's unbelievable to see guys of 40 years old keep playing at that level.
These sprints here.
Yeah, these sprints
that just surprised me. That those little 20-yard sprints. Yeah. Those are the problems, but he seems to be able to handle those.
Trust me, at the age of 40, it's very difficult to do that. But he does that really well. I mean, fantastic. He looks after himself really well. You can tell that he looks really in shape. And when you play three at the back, that is where you can see the best of him. I think that's the same position he played when he was at Chelsea. There's always get two young guys beside him that he can control, that he can push about. Just get him to stay in that midfield where he can control, in the middle of the defense where he can control everything. Absolutely superb performance from him today.
How is he thought of in Brazil? I mean, is he thought of as one of the best defenders ever for Brazil?
He's the best. He's in the top.
Yeah.
Especially in the 40 years old, no? Especially on the league in Brazil, have so many technical players. It's really difficult to play in Brazil because the players in Brazil, they have so much quality. They like on a 1v1. And then the Fluminense in Brazil normally play with two center backs. No, the decision for Renato to put a 3, it's a massive for Thiago because, like you said, it's protecting him.
Yeah, this is a big, big win. Let's not forget Inter. I mean, a few months ago, a month ago or something like that, they played the Champions League final. They knocked out Barcelona. I mean, this is a massive, massive win for Fluminense.
Did Fluminense win it, or did Inter Milan lose it?
A bit of both. I think, obviously, Inter will be disappointed the way they started the game. They didn't start, there was pressure, there was nothing, there was no energy, they lacked everything. Until they made those, I think probably Chivu will look at it and thought, that was my mistake. Yeah, of course. Thuram probably shouldn't have started the game. And it took him a long time to take him off. Then started to create those chances, but a little bit too late, I thought it was.
Yeah, Fluminense enjoying it. Incredible. Remember, you can get involved as well on FanZone. Just go to the DAZN app. And there's more. Look at this. Second goal celebration. These are the moments. Get me to Rio now. I want to be part of this. No, this is fantastic. This is what it's all about. This is why we wanted to see these big battles between South American teams and European teams. Of that, we have an incredible stat for you as well. There you go. Look at this. The Brazilian teams in this tournament versus European teams played 7, have won 3, drawn 2, lost 2, and I think there'll be more games between these two as well. Remember, Man City play Al Hilal. That's after us at 2 o'clock kickoff. The winners play Fluminense, so it could be Man City versus Fluminense. So we could have another European versus Brazilian game coming up. Wow, it's fun, isn't it? It's good.
That was a fun game.
You said, to be fair, you said Copacabana Beach was going to be packed and busy.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Thiago Silva played tonight until the 80th minute. Yeah. Fantastic game. I mean, but Inter, I think they'll be kicking themselves tonight, thinking they didn't start the game well. There's going to be few regrets, but of course, take nothing away from Milan. They stuck to their game plan. They applied the game plan, and they deserve winners tonight.
Yeah, Renato, we spoke about him, the experience. He's been at the club 5 times prior. He knows the club well, and it was a fantastic game plan because they defended so well, but then they went, and when they went in numbers.
Yeah, I think one thing I said earlier, like Renato Gaúcho, it's a really like a confidence the way this player can play. You know, that's why he's decided for play 3 in the back. That's why he's put a perfect plan to stop like Inter. Even the Inter gets a lot of opportunity, but the way his design it's a great. And then how he celebrates, it's amazing.
Look at that.
That's
a man in his 60s moving like he's still 20.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I did ask you before the break, I said, did Inter lose it or did Fluminense win it? And the reason I asked you that question is because, I mean, that looks incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because Inter had so many chances, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did have a lot of chances towards the end of the game, and they didn't take them. So they'll be disappointed, obviously. But they didn't start the game well. If you don't start games like this well, you then have to regret it at the end of the game. But just when we thought, okay, are they going to come back to the game? Are they going to equalize and probably take it to the extra time? But, of course, that finish from Hercules was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, should we see some of those Inter chances? Let's have a look. Quite a few of them as well. The first one.
Yeah, this was a free kick. I think this here, he just curled it too much. It's too much curl on this. Just curl it away from the goal. But fantastic free kick. But I think Fabio got this one covered.
Yeah, that was DeMarco for that free kick.
And here again,
Martinez, and you're thinking, this is when you probably think this is going to be the game for Fluminense. When your goalkeeper starts making saves like these.
He's 44 years old, and he can get down so quickly to make that save. Here again, this one just hit the woodwork. But I told Martinez today, he had so many chances. He looked sharp. He was the only one that looked like he really wanted to do something in this game. He looked sharp. He played well. He got some chances, but just couldn't finish them.
He just rushed that one.
I think this was Barella, wasn't it? Yeah, this was Barella. Just rushed it.
And this one, this is DeMarco, isn't it? Who lets loose from about 25 yards. He had a good game, DeMarco. He was unlucky. Could have scored 2 or 3.
Yeah, fantastic curl on this one. Just hit the crossbar. But, I mean, Chivu will be disappointed. I thought, you know, sometimes his style of play is a little bit boring. You need to sometimes be a bit more pragmatic, you know, in the way they play. A bit more, you know...
expansive.
Yeah, exactly. Freedom. But he's just boring, tight. Until he made those chances, you couldn't see them. But after those chances, after those substitution, we started to see a bit more of Inter, obviously, with the chances they created. But I just think it was a little too late for them.
Yeah, there was another chance as well for Vrij early in the game. Lautaro Martinez at the back stick with a header. Vrij kind of gets his legs messed up. And it should have been the other way around, really. Vrij with the header and Lautaro Martinez with the opportunity. But he's got to score, Kleberson. I mean, come on. He just has to score.
On that time in the tournament, and that game is going on, it has to be scored, that goal. It has to be scored. Because look at the job like Martinez has to jump, to head the ball back, to put the player in perfect possession to score, and then he missed that goal. Look how he's frustrated.
Yeah, other way around, that would have been a goal.
And I like when Martinez doesn't hide his frustration. He wants to say a few more words, but look, it is what it is. In the end, it is Fluminense who go through.
He's happy.
Deservedly so, right? They did look fantastic.
It's good for South America team, including for the fans. You know, you see like how the fans enjoy. They celebrate well. I think to Brazilian team to get the opportunity to play against the Europa team and show like how they can compete. I asked in the beginning, Fluminense can compete, and they compete well. That's perfect.
And for Inter, the disappointing end of the season just made it even worse for them.
I was going to ask that with Inter. Again, look, we spoke before the show about this is a team that were on cusp of doing something so special.
Oh.
And in the end, they have no trophies to show for their season. Chivu has come in, right? Is he going to get money to spend? Does he need to sell some players? What do you think happens?
That's the thing. I think he needs to refresh in this team. I think it's it's an aging team. You can see. Obviously, he needs to bring in some young players, some good young players, talented players, fresh legs that can be able to take them to the next level. Yes, they are a good team. Lautaro Martinez, he needs a bit of help. He can't do it alone. He needs somebody who can come in, help him in terms of scoring goals, creating chances. Hopefully, they can back Chivu. I think but he needs to be more expansive the way he plays.
All right, let's hear from the Inter manager, Cristian Chivu, who's with our reporter, Darian Jenkins.
Cristian, a tough match. Sorry, down 2-0, but what are your overall takeaways from this game?
That we didn't give up. We tried until the end. We tried to make some changes even for the formation. Yeah, it was a day that it wasn't for us. That's it. We tried to do our best, like always did. Today, it wasn't the day for us.
Were you surprised that Fluminense came out in such a tactical matchup to how you guys come out?
Yeah, more or less. We didn't expect them to play 5-back, but they were well organized with a low block on defense. It was hard for us to find solution, especially in the first half when we try a lot of balls inside the pitch. Maybe second half, we tried to switch a little bit more. We tried to play outside, give some more crosses. And then we also try to build something with two strikers and in a 4-4-2. Yeah, until the end we tried, but it wasn't our day.
Do you agree with that? He tried, he kept on trying, he kept on pushing. He said he tried to switch the formation to a 4-4-2 rather than a 3 at the back.
No, we didn't see that. No, I disagree with that. No, he didn't try. Yeah, no, but it's just he started the game same way he started and finished the same way. Yeah, I just thought, Thuram didn't look fresh. Obviously coming back from injury, yes, a fantastic player, scored 14 goals in the league, but I just think he shouldn't have started the game. Probably come in the last 20-30 minutes. Yeah, but as soon as he went off, he made those changes. We started to see a little bit more threat from Inter Milan.
Yeah, the superior player of the match was John Arias, who's won these prizes 3 times now, and he was fantastic. And we all agree that maybe the goalkeeper should have won the superior player of the match, but he had another fantastic game again.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how Arias still play well. He's so solid. Each game the Fluminense play, he's the solid player. He always danger in the front. He's helping on defense. And some moments, this game, he slowed down on a corner attack because he doesn't want to lost all energy he has. But he's doing well. You see the shoot, the chance, the opportunity for Fluminense was amazing.
Yeah, no one bends the ball. They say bend it like Beckham. No one bends the ball like Arias do that.
Follow through with his body, isn't it? No, but you've just said it there, Kleberson. I think it's the consistency, isn't it? That's what you want to say. Because week in, week out, he comes in, he's performing the same way, good performances. And that's what you need from a top player. And yeah, like you said, nobody bends the ball like the way he does. Brilliant player.
Oh, there you go. Let's speak to our team. Look at that. Darian's there. Wilf Sahar's there. Danny Higginbottom's there as well. Let's get reaction from all 3.
Gentlemen, intense match between Inter and Fluminense. What are your biggest takeaways from this match? Danny, let's start with you.
I think it was a start. The way that Fluminense started the game, I think they took Inter Milan by surprise. All the players had to be on top of their game. Defensively, I thought they were magnificent. And if I had to say anything about Inter Milan, they looked tired. They looked as though they were really struggling, come to an end of a hard season where there'd been a lot of heartache. And Fluminense, they didn't ride the luck. Okay, they had to defend at times, but I thought they were absolutely outstanding.
Wolf, were you surprised that Fluminense came out and matched Inter in that 3-5-back modification?
Yeah, but they just looked like they were accustomed to the weather, to everything. Like the way they planned to play, it just worked so well. Sat back and caught them on the counter a few times. So yeah, everything they did today worked well.
Who impressed you the most from
Martinelli.
Yeah.
He was getting forward the most, but it's just his ball control and dribbling at times, getting out of tight spots at times. I was pleasantly surprised.
Danny, for you?
Arias. I thought he was going to have to have a big game. Yeah, he was going to have a big game. We spoke about him a lot before the game, and he was going to have a big game. And what I thought he was really good at, really clever with, and I think Wilf might be able to sort of see where I'm coming from with this. When Inter Milan were attacking, he was always looking for where the space would be and the turnover of possession. He had a free roll, and I thought he was brilliant. He was a pick of the bunch, but there was a number of very good players.
Let's talk about Inter. Where did they get it wrong today? What wasn't panning out for them, other than just looking tired?
Do you know what? From the first minute, I thought they were taken by surprise. Sommer nearly messed up in the first minute. They were taken aback by the pace in which Fluminense were playing the game, and I don't think they ever got up to speed. And you look at Fluminense, they were winning the first balls, the second balls, and they just looked dangerous all the time. And Inter Milan, as the game went on, I thought they ran out of ideas.
For Fluminense, Wilf, where were they so special on the field? Was it they just exploiting on the counterattack, or were you impressed equally with their defensive structure?
I think it was both. Like, the concentration was throughout the whole game. Like, Thiago was doing what he does best, and obviously they just took every chance that they couldn't break them down. They just got down the sides of them, and obviously it worked in the end.
I think the Brazilian teams in this tournament have just demanded respect, especially Fluminense after this tournament.
They have. I was fortunate enough to cover Flamengo, and obviously they went out recently. But the fans, the way they travelled, the numbers, you saw when that second goal went in, you saw the tears from the fans, and it was brilliant to see.
Yeah, and we saw it tonight with Thiago Silva. It was absolutely beautiful to see. Back to you guys in studio.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Darian. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Danny. I think we're going to go to them a bit later as well. Let's talk about Renato, the man of the moment. And he had these moments in the game as well. Got a yellow card in the game for kicking the ball away. But look, it's someone that you know his personality. What a character he is.
He's a character. See,
look at this.
He kicked the ball, and then he's that's Renato. That's Renato. That's his style. He always try to do some stuff with the players, But besides this, the plan he's put in this game was amazing. I can't believe he comes there, and then the players do the job. You see how he's celebrating that. He's probably gonna be like a Rio de Janeiro.
You played for a manager similar to that, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Who, again, big character. Who would probably do their kick a ball away as well.
Yeah.
These managers make you run through a brick wall, don't they?
Of course they do. These are the kind of managers you want to run through brick walls for. Fantastic. He looks like a fantastic guy. I mean, I don't know him, but Mourinho, obviously, when he was with us, obviously, is the manager you want to die for. You want to go to war with. He makes you believe that he's there with you. He kicks every ball on the touchline, and that's the type of manager. And I think that's the relationship he has with these players. But yeah, brilliant win for them. Started the game well, ended the game fantastically well as well.
Yeah, honestly, no, it is fantastic. That's going to go on all night, by the way, but they do have more games to come if they want to win this tournament. But we can get some reaction from the Inter Milan camp as well. We said he missed an open goal, really, didn't he? And that's Stefan Vrij. Let's hear from him.
Stefan, tough match, down 2-0. What are your thoughts after the game?
Obviously not good. We came here, we wanted to win. We did not start well. They scored the first goal after we started looking. We wanted to score a goal, to create chances. We had to play with a higher rhythm. It was difficult to find the spaces. They closed very well. We had some chances. Also me, I missed. And then in the end, you lose this game.
It's a tough match, but you guys fought really hard. What are you most proud of your team throughout this tournament?
In this moment, it's difficult to say. We just lost, so for now it's only we only feel disappointment.
I'm so sorry. Well, thank you so much for your time.